Hello and welcome to the Daily News. It's Monday. I'm here. We've already done the Daily News. Paul and Chris are over in America, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to split it. So we're going to have stateside news and, unfortunately for me, in the office studio news. So Paul has talked already about Wijnaldum basically coming out and saying Klopp's brilliant. Liverpool are a big club, but Klopp is the reason he's joined Liverpool because he convinced him to not join Everton or Tottenham, which is great to go over. Check that video out. It's really good. It's first of the news from America. It's worth watching. Also, just pretty much check out their Snapchat because you can live vicariously like me and Tom in the office, Left Behind, are doing about all their American adventures. If you know anything about Chris and his Snapchat, it's probably going to be weird and hilarious at the same time. So I'm going to talk about Brad Smith. Brad Smith, Liverpool have accepted a £6 million offer from Bournemouth for Brad Smith, which is pretty barking mad, isn't it? You know, considering Brad Smith, 22, so he's no longer able to be called a kid. He would have actually had to have been registered as one of the over 21 players in the squad, took up a berth, and he played 5 times for us last season. He played okay. He did all right. I think his best performance was in the League Cup away at Southampton when he actually come off the bench and he put in a really good cross for one of the goals. But was he really that exciting? And at 22, is he going to kick on and become the player that we need him to be to challenge Moreno for that left back? If someone like Bournemouth are willing to pay £6 million for him, considering this time last year he was out of contract and we retained his rights so that we were going to get some money for him, but he was pretty much binned off by Liverpool at that point. £6 million seems incredible. But what that does is it creates a gap for a left-back in the squad. I think most Liverpool fans, let's be kind and say, are on the fence with Moreno. I think a lot of Liverpool fans are scared about him being our first choice left-back. It's pretty obvious we've been looking for a left-back all summer, and we are currently linked with all of the left-backs. So obviously the Hector rumours, probably the most established and qualified left back, they seem to have really died down. Ben Chilwell at Leicester, you know, David Wagner had him at Huddersfield last season on loan. He's highly recommended, he's rated, he's only 18. Apparently Liverpool have put a take it or leave it £8 million bid in to Leicester. Leicester don't want to sell him. I think it's going to have to be forced through by Ben Chilwell. He's been offered a 5-year contract at Leicester to basically see us off, and Arsenal have been sniffing around him as well. Who knows? I don't know much about Ben Chilwell. I didn't get to see him much last season. I don't think even Leicester fans know that much about him, but he obviously is really highly rated. A new link for me today, Jethro Willems, Dutch international. Soccer News in Holland are saying that Liverpool are about to make a €13 million move for the Dutch international. He's 22. He's played over 120 times for PSV already, scoring 9 goals. He's got 20 caps for Holland. He's actually the 4th youngest player to play for Holland. And at age 18 and 71 days, he's the youngest player to ever turn out in the European Championships. It's interesting because he's only 5'7", which would mean he's breaking the type of going out and adding height into the team. And he would be making us have a second short fullback, because Nathaniel Klein ain't that tall and we know Moreno's not that tall, and it's something we did struggle with last year, but his style is likened to that of Patrick Evra. And the interesting thing is he's played with Wijnaldum not only for Holland but also for PSV. They were both at PSV at the same time. Wijnaldum would have captained them. Wijnaldum played a lot of his football for PSV in the centre but also on the left. Are we buying a ready-made left-sided partnership if we go out and pick them up? Could be interesting. Another player that's getting linked again is Jordan Amavi. So Jordan Amavi plays for Aston Villa. He's 22, French under-21 international, yet to have the call up for the proper team. He's 5'9", so a bit taller but still not tall. He played 10 times for Villa last season until an ACL injury pretty much cut his first season short. ACL injury, Ings and Gomez, he'd fit right in at Liverpool, wouldn't he? And I'm just going to go to the Premier, basically the Premier voice for Aston Villa fans, Gregory's Goals on YouTube, who, after Liverpool beat Aston Villa 6-0 in their game at their ground, he basically said that if Jordan Amavi would have played, he'd have torn Nathaniel Klein a new arsehole, and he'd have stopped him from scoring because Jordan Amavi is brilliant. So come back next season when they've got Ayew and Amavi and a new keeper and see if it was going to be the same scoreline. Unfortunately, they got relegated, so it can't be. He also has dildos on the top of his wardrobe. Go and check out his video. We watch it regularly in the office. We have no idea whether this guy is either a genius comic stand-up or genuinely just a nutcase. But it's worth watching. But Villa fans genuinely do like him, Avi. They've seen a lot from him in those 10 games to actually say he's a very good player, to the point that the new Villa owner, Dr. Tony Xia, I think that's how you say his surname, XIA, tweeted at the weekend, Ayew and Amavi will definitely stay. We'll get striker, but be confident with the manager team knowing what to do. So obviously Villa fans, they've took him to heart, but they've only seen a little of him because he seems to be a decent player. Is he the type of player that we need? And then the last one is Tony Lato. He was 18, Spanish, and he's playing for Valencia. He graduated from the Valencia B team to the Valencia team this season. He's only played one game for them, which was in a Europa League game when they were 4-0 up. But again, a young, promising player at left-back position. Obviously, we need a left-back. So who do you want us to buy? It's probably going to be Hector, isn't it? But we're going to put a poll in. We'll throw in some names. Obviously, Cresswell's been rumoured, but he's apparently got injured playing for West Ham in a friendly this season, and he's going to be out for about 5 or 6 months. So that would definitely put a kibosh on that deal, even if that deal was possible. But who do you think Liverpool need to be targeting as that backup left-back to under Moreno? Or do we need a first choice guaranteed, come in, play that left-back position? Should we be sending John Flanagan out on loan to Burnley, get that game time? But are we leaving ourselves really, really short? Are you worried about our full-back position? I think I am a little bit, not too much just yet, because I think we'll buy someone. But if it goes on and we haven't got someone in, I'd be a little bit worried. So that's the news today. Pretty much all about the left-backs, because that's what everyone with all the news stories are with Liverpool. But there are other news stories that we will be talking about on our exclusive Redmen TV subscriber show. Steve is here in the studio with us because the boys are over in America. So we're going to go over to the website and check that out. That'll be out later today. And there's loads more content coming this week, mostly of a massive American bent, because Paul and Chris are over there. They're over there and they're going to be following Liverpool in through this whole American pre-season tour and doing basically crazy stuff. So go and check their Snapchat out, check out our videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.